We're all set to go, and it'll be Tipene Haira from Martinborough, the Wairarapa Bush Club champions, who starts us here. Not taken cleanly by North Otago. Woody Kirkwood it was who went up for that one, couldn't take it, and so the knock-on presents Wairarapa Bush with a scrum to start the game. For them, opportunity to launch something from inside the half of North Otago. Case Mew's pulse has just quickened up a little bit. First scrum of the afternoon.
I was actually a little bit disappointed. The first rule of taking a catch is keep your eye on the ball, not on the player running it. Yeah. So, at least we've got a scrum. Let's get into it.
There's Daryl Pickering from Carterton to put it in. Wairarapa Bush are very proud of the fact that their team is all Wairarapa Bush in Origins. They're going to have some pressure put on at scrum time, but they get it away to Haira and they use Ueta Tufunga, one of the brothers, to crash it up. And they give it to his brother now, Kirk. Picked up offside here. Have North Otago. Matthew Duff, I think, has been picked out. So here's Koika Peterson, the hooker. Pickering fires it across to Kirk Tufunga. They use him a lot. And here's his brother Sam. You'll hear that name a lot this afternoon, Tufunga. Now, Haira taking on the line. Pickering sweeping it away. Well, went behind the oncoming players, so they'll go back for the penalty. But clearly, just getting a look at their early play, they like to use those big men, those Tufunga brothers, to hit the ball up hard, try and get them going forward, Case.
Yeah, both of them, all three of those boys are carrying a very strong, big men. The defence of North Otago, though, was pretty strong. Just that first offside here, just a bit keen. There's one player just out of the line. There he goes. And just trying to see the number there.
Yeah, I think it was Matthew Duff, the blind side.
I like the way that the Wairarapa Bush guys have started. Just kept it nice and simple, nice, easy 12 up. And then cleaned it out really well. And it's one thing, particularly in these first sort of 5 or 10 minutes, it's just teams feeling each other out a wee bit and defensively.
Well, good opportunity here from a handy angle for Haira. Left foot kicker, and he's just to the left of the posts. Nice clean strike of the ball, and over it goes. So that's a good start for Farrier's Wairarapa Bush. 3-0 over North Otago.
I was watching this lad warming up. Nice, easy action. Big left foot on him, so we might see a bit more of him today. Good start for Wairarapa Bush.
And Michael Williams, it is, to kick off for North Otago. Gets it nice and high, going up, taking it down well. It's Lachlan McFadgen, another Carterton man in this team. Pickering fires it away. Now here is Johan van Vliet. Pickering putting it high. And coming forward and taking it nicely. The fullback now, first opportunity with ball in hand for North Otago. Robbie Smith is the halfback. Williams looking to kick and kick long. Katia going back, plenty of time for him now. He's a clever player, this guy. I don't think he's going to try anything too smart here. Just puts the ball out to touch, but he's one to watch in this game. Inia Katia, seen a lot of him playing sevens over the years in the national tournament. He is very, very sharp. And Kirkwood wins the line out. Pass isn't great. It's worse than not great. It's pretty awful. So we'll have another scrum. Just a little attention to detail. It's a big day for them, isn't it?
Yeah,
big important game.
Yeah, great line out here. The pass just got touched as he was passing, which took the power away from the pass. Just unfortunately, you can see what North Otago are trying to do. They're trying to get that first crash up, and then they've got two sides of the field to play down.
They're just waiting for it. Go, Brendan.
Just caught his arm, didn't he?
Yeah, I think it was Tufunga coming through, wasn't it? Just got a hand on him.
Bind.
When I say Tufunga, you say Tufunga, you've got a 1 in 4 chance that you're right.
You're pretty close to one of them, that's right.
25%.
I think it was Kirk. Well, now Robbie Smith comes round and trying to repay the favour. Pickering's been able to put it behind him. Now here's Josefa Tako wearing the number 6 jersey. Katia's going to go in and clear it. No, in fact he's left it for Pickering. Onto the left foot, Haira, the foot that he favours. Maybe a chance to come back from deep. Adam Johnson flinging the ball away. Masoe, first touch for him. And now it's big Samu Tatupu. Very chunky midfield player. Charles Elton plays for the Harbour Club here in Dunedin. Williams on in midfield, and Funaki, who's a big fella at the tight head prop. Numbers away to the right. They're being patient here. Putty it was going into contact. Now Woody Kirkwood. Robbie Smith, nice clever little ball inside to Packman, the Englishman. Robbie Smith looking for a target, finds Putty. He's an elusive type of runner at fullback. Again, they bring their big front rower, Funaki, into the action again. Here's the other one, Mataafa. Both all around the 130 kg mark. Williams moves it on, and Tatupu's not much smaller. Nice hand onto Packman. Adam Johnson close to the touchline, keeps it in play, and Robbie Anderson, the skip's done well. Come through and pinched it. Andrew Smith just settling it, and Pickering will fire it away.
Come on, JJ!
And they'll go again. Inside their own 22. Pickering looks ready to kick. Well, coming through was Sam Sturgis. The hooker said the ball wasn't out.
Not tapped. Haven't seen a clear tap. Offside.
Well,
offside.
It might be a bit lucky here, Wairarapa Bush. I think someone tried to take a quick tap, made a meal of it.
A knock on, I thought.
Offside.
Yeah, Katia, fullback, he had a wee lick. And he certainly kicked it, but unfortunately the referee didn't quite see it from a North Otago point of view because he knocked it on. So here it is here. Kick, whoopsie daisy.
Well, it was probably nowhere near the mark anyway, but even so, a little bit lucky. Aims the brakes. Andrew Smith wins the line out. Tackle. And now the kick's charged. Awkward. Falling on Jacob Coughlin. Just a knock on each way, I think, or maybe the knock on the ground. Almost an opportunity there for North Otago, just starting to establish themselves now after a good start from Wairarapa Bush.
Yeah, I've been impressed with both front rows. You know, their ball carrying skills, they're big men, they're agile, and both teams are using them to crash up. We've seen them in play quite a bit, Buffer.
Yes, good, it's good to see with the low numbers they've got their ball in their hands and not afraid to throw it either. That's the cool part.
They are missing their main guy, Meli Koloni-Sao, who's just a wee slip of a fellow, about 140 kgs, but he's playing in Auckland this weekend. We wish him well to all the players in the New Zealand Heartland 15. Great opportunity for them. Big scrum here from North Otago to Funga, trying to bring it under control at the back, and he's done well. That's Kirk to Funga, and this time a better clearance from Daryl Pickering. Chase from Katia, timed his arrival beautifully, but well done. Adam Johnson picked it up and went again. Eventually scragged by Hebbington Prendeville. And Robbie Smith, the little kick in behind is a good one too. Dribbling towards touch. It's going to go out 5 from the line. And that's a good read there from Robbie Smith, the North Otago halfback.
Yeah, the old veteran, the old dog comes out with all the tricks. Saw that there was space in behind. This was fantastic play here. He realised he wasn't tackled. He got back up and played. And then Robbie Smith showing his experience, kicking the ball down.
Bruce Koika Pedersen, product of Wairarapa College, who plays his club rugby in Wellington with Norths. He's played a lot at flanker, so he's a Very good round the field. Here's another charge. Boy, those halfbacks are going at each other, and it's a try, I think. Well, Jacob Coughlin's fallen on this, and North Otago are claiming the try here. Another charge down, and Jacob Coughlin has pounced, and he may well have given North Otago the lead. Good, no TMO for this one, so they're going to have to figure it out themselves.
All right, just out here. Yeah. No try. Lost forward. Green ball.
Oh, disappointment. And to be fair, the telltale sign, they didn't go back very far. Just have a look.
There's the knock on there, isn't it, Tony?
Yeah. I think it's Charles Elton, the lock. Yep.
Great pressure there by North Otago, especially Robbie Smith.
And let's give White a bit of credit here too. That's a really good piece of refereeing, because there wasn't a lot in it, but they took their time. And yeah, as I say, the men in white had their little discussion, came up with a good call. Here's that big scrum again. He's going to have a busy afternoon. Off the back is Kirk Tufunga.
Not the ball, lost now, seven.
His brother hitting it up. Boy, they're taking a risk with all of these kicks. That one's actually got a hand on it from a North Otago player, so this should be a throw for Wairarapa Bush to the line out, but really need to provide a bit of protection for their halfbacks here. Look like a game of pinball around the rucks at the moment. Well, that one's gone straight through the hands down the back, and Duff has it for North Otago, so a bonus possession here, and they can have a charge at them through Funaki one more time. Well done, Haira, standing his ground. Smith sweeps the pass away on from Williams, straightening it up nicely as Putty, who gets involved from fullback a lot. Remember, North Otago have the advantage of having played a shield game a few weeks back before the Heartland Championship started, so they've had time to work on their combinations. That one not working well though. Funaki getting the ball and a tackler at the same time and losing possession.
Yeah, on that shield challenge, they played very well against Otago as well. They were right up into it till the last 20.
Yeah, of course, this is a curtain raiser, if you like. It's a very important game in its own right. But they've got a shield game coming on later today. But North Otago, yeah, they played in Oamaru. 49-14 in the end. Otago winning. And of course, the other challenge was up in Wanaka.
And Thames Valley gave the boys, gave Otago a bit of a scare in that first 60 minutes as well.
Oh, so it's a great tradition where the winners of the Heartland Championship, Lahore Championship, often offered a challenge.
He's had great supporters too. From what I heard, they partied all day and all night. Hate to see when they've won it.
A special part of the world, Tim. I think one of your old sparring partners was a Thames Valley man, Carl Hoft.
Carl Hoft, yeah, he's now coaching Mitsubishi in Japan.
Let's go back. Some people will remember Kevin Barry. He was an All Black out of Thames Valley.
Not happy? Not happy on the side?
And this is North Otago.
Too big a gap.
And Wairarapa Bush.
Make sure we're not hit on shoulders then.
– 13 minutes gone. Still just that penalty by Tipene Haira separating the two teams. And I think we can expect another big heave here from North Otago. Wairarapa Bush just got to get it in and out quickly, and they do that time. And Pickering, a long clearance straight down to Putty, just a young fella, 20 years of age, out of the Athletic Maris Club. Good chase. Katia, who has got a tremendous work rate, giving chase from the back. So there's no one home at the moment, right at the back for Wairarapa Bush. He's scampering back into position now. Switch of play. Here's Packman from Northampton, breaking through into the clear. He's going to have Katia on. Here's the step. Come at him a second time, and they've got him. just didn't have a lot of supporting runners, but here they all are now. North Otago. Robbie Smith away to Matafa. They'll bring it back the other way. Sam Sturgis, the hooker.
Tackle.
Deep inside the 22 now. Another great opportunity. The infield pass was on, but Williams wisely opting not to throw it.
Roll.
Nice and patient here. Smith away to Elton. Smith in again. Williams, or good rush defence. And Robbie Anderson, who's done some good work on defence already in this game. Now here's big Funaki once more. Taken by his opposite, Sam Tufunga. Oh, great work though from Andrew Smith. Strips it away. Here's the other lock now, McFadgen. Flutie. Getting out to make the tackle with Sam Sturgis, the hooker. Now Max Tufunga. Kick for Katia to get after. Pati is back there. Can he get away from him? Oh, great work initially. Well, he's pretty strong, and then he loses it in contact. Well, good chasing from Wairarapa Bush, particularly this man. Just kept the pressure on Pati at the back, and then he, having done well initially, loses the ball. So it'll be a scrum Wairarapa Bush.
Yeah, just the little things. That last minute pass just costing North Otago. Great run here. The big fend got rid of his defender, bumped another one off, and tried to get that pass away. Just didn't work.
Oh, this here was a lovely break from Packman. He did a great job, and he did a fantastic step here. Unfortunately, the cover defence was coming back. That's a great effort by the hooker.
Yep. Go the Bush. Yeah, Packman, Howard Packman, spelt P-A-C-K. Although the way he moves, he's a bit like P-A-C-M-A-N, isn't he?
Well, it's a great break. It was actually a nice wee move. The ball originally was whipping off to the right, and they just flicked it back into the middle of the field, and he still had plenty of traffic in front of him.
McFadgen, who really started that good move out of defence, wins the line out. Now here's their line out drive for the first time, and it looks in good shape too. Sam Tufunga has it in the back, and now he breaks away to the 22.
Not on the ball, play.
Comes out for Pickering. Haira. Now they bring Flutie in from the left wing, and he's very dangerous. Good quick ruck ball as well. Haira. Oh, the pass away to Tuckle was in the right place. He was halfway through the gap, but he couldn't hang on to it. Josiba Tuckle. Well, a try was on there for Wairarapa Bush.
Good pass there, great run by Flutie. Good clean out. Just that little extra pass, he just wasn't ready for it. He thought Haira was through.
He did a great job, Haira. Beautiful wee pass. Tell you what, it would have been a totally different story if he'd hung on to that one. In fact, I think he probably would have scored. He had that much way on.
Point.
Oh, North Otago.
Sit.
First put into their own scrum, and
Still there.
a little bit of heat initially. Now they've got it back under control. Jake Greenslade controlling it in the back, and they get a penalty.
That was for standing up. The loose head.
Standing up.
There's Max Tufunga. Unfortunately, when you start putting the weight on, if there's equal pressure, there's only one place to go, and if you're not strong enough to hold it down, you start heading up, and that's what happened. Wairarapa Bush started heading up and got penalised for that.
That is a great kick. Here's the scrum there. Look at the pressure on, and unfortunately,
There. I think that was a bit hard done by there.
Well, it was a tremendous kick up towards halfway. I think that was at Robbie Smith, the halfback.
yeah, hit it beautifully, didn't he?
So Sturgis, who plays for the Valley Club in North Otago, lobs it down the back, nicely taken by Elton, and trying to use some deception, various running off the ball. Packman though has to go back and grab a loose pass close to the touchline. He keeps the ball in play. Now Kirkwood plays here in Dunedin for the Green Island Club. Waiting for Funaki.
That's your own man, that's
and still waiting. Now he gets it. And while they got up on him quickly, but he still manages to break that first line. Now they look to get it wide. Numbers out here too. Strong running from Masoe. Smith. Shown good continuity, but still don't have any points to show for their effort. There's Funaki, a key man in their attack, the big prop. Now Packman just getting a bit closer to the action. He looks keen, doesn't he? And, elusive. Coming again for Robbie Smith to go away to the left. And Elton. Now Pati. And slipped the first tackle too. Out of Sam Tufunga, got by the cover. A little awkward. Robbie Smith still got it, but needs a bit of help. Funaki. Now Sturgis wanted to clear it, but never got it. And here's Tako coming away with it. So turnover possession here, and numbers away on the right here. Ueta Tufunga taking them on down to the 10-metre mark. He goes, picked up by Haira. Tackle made by Coughlin. That was loose, snapped up by Robbie Smith. So there's a lot of turnovers here, and Katia having to get back quickly. Brings it under control. And, well, kicks it away in a touch. He's not going to relieve the pressure by much. Both teams, as we're going to have a break here, but both teams just a little bit guilty of building for half a dozen, 7 or 8 phases, and then turning it over.
Yeah, there's the hit case, unfortunately for Jake Greenslade. He's copped a real beauty, and I have a feeling it was his own player that he's whacked into, Adam Johnson. So the wingers come off all right. That doesn't happen very often. So he's going to come along to the sideline here. The big number 8, Jake Greenslade. So he's come off, and we'll just see who's going to go on for him. Number 19.
Can we do it here quickly? Or?
Oh, that'll be
Taiti.
Yep, Manulua Taiti.
Yep, he's going on. And we'll just, he's just whipped up the tunnel here, TJ, to get some stitches in that, and I'm sure he'll be back out. We'll just see where he goes, TJ, whether he goes into 8 or they shift that back row around a bit.
We were talking before, TJ, about both teams being a little bit guilty of, after the 6th phase, of turning the ball over. And I think they're not recycling their cleaners to get there quick enough. They're getting a little bit isolated, and that's allowing the opposition to be able to get their hands on the ball and turn the ball over.
Well, that's Adam Johnson, who was the one who wasn't quite so badly affected. So you just need to get him sorted out, and then play will carry on. This will be a throw to North Otago, who've been labouring away now for 20 odd minutes after conceding those early points. Thought they had a try, wasn't to be. Continued to be denied. They win the line out through Kirkwood, and so here they come. Elton charging onto it to the 22. Smith back the other way they come. Pati, he really does look very threatening, but again they just have not maintained possession as the danger was starting to build. And so it'll be a scrum feed again to Wairarapa Bush.
Yeah, North Otago seem to have picked up the intensity with their ball carries in that last phase. And then we get the ball to Pati. He sees a gap, busts through a couple of tackles. He's been very strong all night. Then he's just trying to place the ball, doing everything right, and just The Duff just hit his knee.
It's just that last little bit of play for them at the moment. They seem to be playing a lot of rugby, but unfortunately that last phase just turning the ball over.
Bind. Stand up. You need to keep your shoulders on. Okay? Yeah, no. That's why. I was waiting to see if he was going to go this way. Crouch. Bind. Sit.
And it goes from Daryl Pickering to Funga off the back. Katia now away to Heaventon. Prendeville, he can really go, this fella. He scored a great try last week, 45-metre solo effort against Whanganui, which turned out to be one of the key moments and a very good win for them. Now Sam Tufunga, up to halfway they go. Kirk Tufunga on to Tako now in spaces. Johan van Vliet. Good strong run from the open side flank. It takes them to the 22. Then Katia, well, they've done the same thing.
Lost forward, but then you're offside. Offside.
Well, just a little look there. A flash of 18-year-old Logan Hebbington Prendeville,
Offside.
the right winger for Wairarapa Bush. He looks very strong, very elusive. Again, another good touch finder. This is getting towards the end of it.
Great run here.
Well, this was Van Vliet.
Van Vliet, big man, running hard, doing everything right here, and just that last little pass.
Well, that's another cracking kick by Robbie Smith. He's belted that about 30 metres down the touchline.
There's William Woody Kirkwood with the call. Goes over him though, and it's the new man Taiti who's got it for North Otago, coming for Smith, and here's Funaki. There's another go at them. Carried the ball a dozen times already in this game. Loose pass though, snapped up by Flutie. So yet another turnover from North Otago. Here's the man we've just been talking about, Johan van Vliet, the man who actually spent a bit of time in playing rugby in Holland. Dutch ancestry, he's hoping to make the Dutch national team. Katia now trying to get involved, little show of the ball. They're not buying it. Quickly through the hands, nice hands it is too, and it's the hooker, Koika Peterson. Pickering, back the other way. Front rowers working together. Tufunga. Now Lachlan McFadgen frees it up here a little bit for Flutie, who's come across from the far side. Oh, that's a great bit of footwork. Just fallen into touch though. Boy, he had no room to move there, Tristan Flutie. Might have hurt himself in the process. In fact, I beg your pardon, Hebbington Prendeville, the other winger. This is Flutie here.
Fantastic footwork. You just mentioned his footwork before there, Buff. And
Brilliant,
then,
wasn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Hopefully he's all right. It looks like he might have just twisted his knee a wee bit. But I'll tell you what, this young fella, if he carries on playing like that, he's going to have plenty of games in this green jersey or higher up.
Well, yeah, just still in his teens, and the try that he scored last week from almost halfway. Just going to see how it feels.
Chuck a bit of cold water on there, get back on there, bud.
yeah, the old magic water, it works a treat.
I just like the fact that they're not afraid to shift the ball and get it into these guys' hands, particularly their 15, 14, and Flutie in particular on the wing. they've been dangerous with ball in hand.
Yeah, the position has been pretty even there, Buff, with North Otago having 55% and Wairarapa Bush 45. The territory is a different story though. It's almost 70-30 in favour of North Otago.
Yeah, and I'm sure North Otago, and I'm sure you guys will agree, they've spent most of the time down in that part of the paddock, but unfortunately they keep on turning the ball over, so I'm sure at half-time that's something they'll be talking about.
Yep.
Turn on.
Yes, North Otago coach Jason Forrest, Nick Anderson will be frustrated the fact that there's still the big fat 0 beside their team. 15 to play, and North Otago deep inside their own 22. They're going to get a relieving penalty here though, as Manulua Taiti took it up. It was his opposite Tako that was picked up, and so clearing kick here. And Robbie Smith, he has been kicking the ball a mile so far this afternoon.
Not a bad nudge either.
He gets interesting shape on the ball when he kicks. He just a bit of bend there, and he ends up getting more distance than you think he's going to get. So Sturgis. And the target is Elton down the back. Straightening it up is Tatupu.
Lost.
Smith away to Williams. Pati this time just trying to drive through the tackle. Funaki, and he's lost it. Koika Peterson now, he's got a bit of speed too, this fella. Good season in club rugby in Wellington. Kato now Tufunga. That's Sam Tufunga. See Max peeling away in jersey 1. Here he is. Takes them on. It's a knee on the ground. They have to release him. Pickering sends it back the other way, and it's the Tufunga show. This is Sam again. Oh, someone's latched onto that.
Holding on.
And there he is, Charles Elton.
Holding on.
Great work from the lock. No, Sam Sturgis, beg your pardon. The other guy with the headgear.
Yep. Old Sam Sturgis. He's played club rugby down here in Otago. He was renowned for being quick on that ball. It shows you why.
He did a great job, didn't he? Straight over the ball. Look at that. Last 5 penalties conceded, all Wairarapa Bush. So it just shows you they're trying to get back in the game. Here it is here. Look at the big prop go. That's fantastic effort. And then Sturgis straight over the ball.
Yep.
That's absolutely copybook.
Very clear release with one hand. Not the other, but certainly cleared the right hand. This time they go to the front of the line out. Williams just had to wait for the pass a little. He drives ahead in the tackle, so gets them over the 10-metre mark. Here's Elton. Smith away to Mataapa. Kirkwood, he has a run. A lot of the one off here. Now they'll look to give it some width. Tatupu moving it on and carving through. No, obstruction. Well, Patrick Putty was through.
Obstruction runner.
But someone cleared a path for him. Frustration continues for North Otago.
Yeah, he's looked dangerous all night when he's touched the ball, old Putty. That one there, he had a helping hand to get through that hole.
Oh, they'll be gutted about that. They're just starting to build a few phases, weren't they? They're getting to that sort of 5th or 6th phase. Now and there, probably even more. Here it is here. Just getting the ball in his hands there. And unfortunately, yeah, he didn't really sort of run interference as such, but it just worked out that way.
He was just there, really, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, it didn't really sort of...
As long as he doesn't change his line. If he changes his line, then he's in trouble. Well, that's a a bit of a horror show, that line out. Seen a few disappear over the back, and North Otago get it back. Williams decides this time to kick, and Katia happy to let it bounce. And well, he's going to have a run, and you just get the feeling with Katia that if you keep him out of the action, he's going to get frustrated. And luckily he had a bit of support there to help him out. Back they go to Haira, and he sends a long kick downfield, not taken cleanly at the back by Pati. Williams had dropped back in support. He goes looking for an angle, but he's kicked it straight to Katia. Now what's he going to do this time? He's got plenty of space in front of him, and off he goes. Tries to bump his way past, but Williams did well to make the initial stop, finished off by one of his bigger teammates.
That's fine. Ball's up. Yeah.
Well, now it's a wrestling match on the ground. Taiti, the replacement, has done well. He's ripped that ball away. Kirkwood now. There for Smith. Oh, big Samuel Tatupu straightening it effectively. Smith, Funaki, it's a familiar pattern. Go a phase, they bring in one of those big props. Now Taiti. Smith. Williams looking for Packman.
No hands now.
Who's happy to come off his wing, looking for some action. Funaki with the carry. Waiting for it, Kirkwood. Snapped up again by Smith. Now the step from Adam Johnson. Oh, they're building again, Sturgis. Out in the midfield, they are quick hands too, and they turn the inside ball back to Packman. Taken from behind, good tackle made by Koika Peterson. Katia going in there looking for a turnover, and the referee I think's got him the second go. And so a penalty coming up here for North Otago, but they'll play advantage. Masoe, he's taken 5 metres out. Waiting for it is Coughlin, who thought he had scored earlier, only to be denied by a knock-on.
Get up! Get up!
Wairarapa Bush coming through, and so the referee takes them back for the penalty.
Yeah, thank you. Not rolling.
There's some great play there.
Roll away.
Hitting Michael Matafa. Silky pass to the wraparound.
Yeah, it was beautifully done, wasn't it? Once again, we talked about the front rows and the way they've been not afraid to, on both sides really, to shift their ball. Well, that was really key, and it gave the chance for Packman to really break up the middle of the field. So here's the penalty here. I've stepped over there and I've said they're playing the ball on the ground, so that's given them a chance where they've taken the scrum. So big call here.
Yeah, they've been the dominant scrum throughout the game. They need to get some points off this.
Yeah, they've only had one feed on their own ball, and on that occasion Wairarapa Bush contested the scrum, although in the end there was a penalty for standing up. That was way down the other end. Here's a great attacking situation. They haven't got anyone on the short side.
Well, they're going to bring Jake Greenslade back on, TJ. He's been taped up. He's just getting another couple of running repairs. So he's passed his HIA, smacked a few stitches in there, and he's back into it.
Have they left any tape on the bench there?
Hey, anything to get him back on the track.
Time on.
Sensational piece of bandaging, that really, isn't it?
Yep, that is one of the
It's a work of art.
the better works.
So 5 minutes to go, first half. Still just that penalty by Tipene Haira for Wairarapa Bush, separating the sides. Well, they're trying to put the heat on. Didn't work, so they'll release the backs. Williams holding it up. Packman! Finally they break through, and Howard Packman scores the try.
what a fantastic try that was. They've been working very hard to get those points. The scrum, we thought they'd be trying to push over with the scrum. Wairarapa Bush held their own. They played it off the back. And here we see it. The old little short ball on the inside to Packman. He's been threatening all night, and there it is.
Oh, it's a beautiful line from Lemi Masoe. He dragged the guy in, and then Packman with a lovely ball out the back by Michael Williams. That's an absolute peach of a move straight off the scrum as the kick goes over, TJ. Great stuff for North Otago.
Well, the frustration finally ends, and Howard Packman from Northampton in England, and it was a lovely piece of play from Michael Williams with the ball out in front of him, just delaying the pass.
And half a dab. Oh, it was a great line, wasn't it? He's been dangerous every time he's had the ball on in his hands case. Just the first time we've seen North Otago get through some phases.
So the restart, Wairarapa Bush having led for 35 minutes of this game, well not 35, but most of the 35 minutes, find themselves behind 7-3. No one wanted the ball from the restart, and it eventually goes off a North Otago hand into touch, so a bit of sloppy work after finally scoring a try, and they give an opportunity back, although that line out is not great for Wairarapa Bush. Another one. They went for the long throw. Kicks charged by Van Fleet. There to tidy it up is the reliable figure of Lemi Masoe. And this time they'll go a little bit deeper for the clearing kick from Michael Williams. Now Flutie has it. Fires it in field. Katia lines them up. Puts a little chip kick in behind. It's a good one too. He's got it all. Good solid tackle from Masoe. But the support was there and a high shot. He's playing advantage here. Tufunga, Kirk Tufunga has it. So they're going to get a penalty out of this. Can they get any more? Katia again. Running straight into a defender. Now Tako put on the ground inside the half. Haira taking it to the line. Not really going anywhere. Referee still playing advantage. Max Tufunga. Now here's his brother and Robbie Anderson. No, nothing doing.
No advantage, guys. We're going backwards. Thank you.
So they take the penalty.
High tackle.
It's about 7 metres inside the half, so they'll have a chance to put it down into the corner. And surely after what we saw from them early on, oh no, you're going to have a shot at goal. I would have thought that. They showed one line-out drive early in the game that looked pretty good, but have hardly won a line-out since.
What a great tackle. Isn't it an absolute peach? That's the high one there, which unfortunately Robbie Smith just probably slipped up a bit. But this is interesting, TJ. I know they've only got a minute really to go, but I thought they might have backed their line-out drive. So anyway, straight in front. This guy's been hitting them pretty well, Case.
Oh, he has been hitting it well. You can see what they're thinking though, Buff. Going into half-time 6-7, they've got a chance coming out. It's a confidence boost going in. He's got to get it though. Whereas their line-out hasn't been too flash, so I think that might have been a bit of a concern for them going for that line-out and then the drive.
So it's a kick of about 43 metres. He's in line with the left-hand upright here. Of course, no breeze to contend with. And is it going to make it? It is. Yes, good kick. So 2 penalties by Tipene Haira for Wairarapa Bush and for North Otago. 1 try converted. Try scored by Packman. And at half-time, it's North Otago leading Wairarapa Bush in this Heartland Championship match in Dunedin by 7-6. Haira for Wairarapa Bush, had them in front, and they were in front for over half an hour before finally North Otago got that try through Howard Packman, converted by Robbie Smith. Though for North Otago, a lot of ball, plenty of possession and a lot of territory, but those mistakes, particularly on the handling, would have caused them a lot of frustration.
Yeah,
Case.
you know, that was 70-30 just before that last 5 minutes there in territory, and the handling errors there. It just shows you that North Otago are trying things. There's one stat that you can't see there where it's turnovers conceded, which is 12-7 in for North Otago. So they are definitely trying things. It's just that they're pushing that last pass or just trying a little bit too hard and getting isolated, turning over the ball. So this second half, we expect them to continue that pace. They've just got to calm down a little bit and take their time, recycle that ball, and the tries will come.
So half time.
Half nice we finished to the end. What was the message to the boys there?
Just a bit of patience, eh? We're pretty disappointed in terms of, I don't think our game shape's there at all at the moment. You know, when we have broken down that right-hand side of the field, we turn it over. Generally, next phase after that. So we're just not putting pressure on where we should. So, you know, at the moment, we're playing to the big boys around the breakdown. So wider channels, work on that.
I hope it goes well in the second half, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Well, mate, talk us through that first 40 and what was said at half time. It's been a funny sort of 40 minutes for you.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty hectic, but, you know, it's just little things. You know, the handling errors, a few mistakes. But, you know, D's been pretty good. It's just cost us a wee bit in a couple of places. But overall, we're pretty happy. But at the end of the day, we're in.
Here's the second half coming up now between North Otago and Wairarapa Bush in the Heartland Championship. Hope you're enjoying it on Sky. Home of sport in New Zealand. We've got so much rugby on the cards for you this weekend. International rugby from Eden Park, Farah Palmer Cup, Heartland, Ranfurly Shield, Mitre 10 Cup, college rugby, all happening. Wairarapa Bush have a man down as Haira kicks deep. Patrick Putty, who's looked very dangerous, and took him a while to realise the ball was coming that way. Haira, he'd gone off to the left, and now he's done ever so well, because from an awkward start he's made good ground. He's got them on the front foot. Katia up over halfway, and that's not good news for Wairarapa Bush on the far side. There's their big lock, Andrew Smith, has gone down. Now they can see the penalty.
He's got hands on.
He's grasping at his ribs there, TJ.
Holding
I think
on.
it just might have been the way he landed.
I think it's from the kick-off there, Buff.
Yeah, he's looking
Either
pretty sore.
fallen to the ground funny, or he's been stood on or something like that, mate.
There's nothing worse for those
not on a
ribs.
TV game. You don't get stood on TV.
It's the best time to do it. No, everyone around you.
Well, big Sam Shaw in 18 to see another fantastic punt down the right-hand touch. In 18, Sam Shaw's gone on to replace him.
Sam Shaw from the Ekatahuna Club.
Time on.
Great part of the country, Wairarapa. Bush, they amalgamated to form one union. Here's Funaki, who has a voracious appetite for ball in hand. Strong run from Masoe. Now they go to Sturgis, the hooker. So North Otago looking to make a good start in the second half. Leading by one. Here's the injured warrior, Jake Greenslade. Elton having a go around the side. And great work. I think that's Katia, the fullback, who's got in there. Or is it? No, it's Tako. Katia was in there, but Joseba Tako wins a priceless penalty as North Otago were really starting to lay siege to the goal line.
It was great defence there. Hot on attack. Just got isolated. They must have talked about this at half time.
Oh boy, that's not what you want. Kick doesn't go into touch, so you're back and having to do a whole lot of defending as Patrick Pati runs it back. That's 3 metres and possession to the 22. And you can tell just starting to find some rhythm here. Masoe. Tucker getting over the ball. There was a good clear release then too, although he's lost his footing.
Good turnover.
Referee said he'd already got the turnover though, I think. And so Wairarapa Bush, they can clear it away. Katia, he's put it high. Michael Williams had dropped back and plenty of players away to his left. One of them is Sam Sturgis, the hooker, and off he goes.
Release now.
Good run up beyond the 10-metre mark. Williams, who looks very composed.
Tackle!
In the number 10 jersey. Michael Williams. Funaki.
Tackle! Release!
But Tufunga was waiting for him. Welcoming committee of one. Mataafa. They use their props very effectively. Now Masoe, that might have been a bit high. No, referee happy.
Right.
Coming in and playing halfback, Mataafa.
Tackle, roll.
Good defence here from Wairarapa Bush. Holding the line. Denying them space, but now there's space out on the left. Pati. Oh, it's been dropped by the new man.
First by gold, then by green.
Sam Shaw.
Lost forward.
Great play here. Saw the space out wide. It just...
Beg your pardon, I'm sorry, that is not Sam Shaw at all. That's Adam Johnson, the left winger. He's got that big strap around his head. Got a long beard, but he ain't a lock.
Well, they finally created some space again,
Good stability in the
North
first half.
Otago, and that's ruining those last chances at the moment, Case.
Those final passes, the part where you just got to be calm and cool, and easier said than done, bro.
Yep, that's why we're on the sideline.
Hines! Sit!
Pickering fires it away, and a good determined run up over the 10-metre mark. Wairarapa Bush looking to work the ball through. That is Shaw there now. Now busting up the middle is Van Vliet. Takes play up to the 10. Wairarapa Bush having survived another onslaught. What can they do by way of reply?
No hands, no hands.
Sure it is again. Pickering away to Katia now. Well, they've looked after his threat very well though, North Otago. Well, I've seen plenty of them in the past. Packman it was going in there trying to disrupt. Now another touch from Shaw, who's been full of work since coming on. Haira taking them on, popping it up nicely to Flutie. It's good hand-to-hand stuff. Now a little snipe from Pickering makes a couple of metres. Tufunga, that's Ueta Tufunga. Show the ball from Haira, nothing on, so he takes the tackle.
Turnover was good. That's
Well,
fine.
they almost lost it, but they've got it back. Now Katia running at the line and offloading away to Flutie, who's wrapped up by
No
Packman.
hands, no!
They get a penalty.
He's fallen first.
Taken quickly by Katia. Off he goes. He's all on his own though. And so having to go in and help him out is Pickering.
Turnover's good.
And they've lost possession. Well, that's a bit rash from Katia. And now it's Packman breaking up the middle. Stepping in field. Goes past the tackle of Keika Peterson. Puts the kick in for the corner. Awkward bounce. Oh, he's lost it. Adam Johnson. Well, referee playing advantage here as they try and run it out, and eventually it goes into touch from Keika Peterson. But Adam Johnson, well, he dropped one a moment ago, now he's dropped another one, and that was a try gone begging.
Oh, what fantastic play. You got the breakthrough here. He does really well to get on the outside and get his link on. Had a bit of vision, gets the bounce. Adam Johnson's just there and just couldn't hold on to it.
Oh, look at the despair on his face. Oh, what a fantastic wee chip it was. And unfortunately for Adam Johnson, just couldn't quite get on the end of it. As we see a change here for Wairarapa Bush. Sam Gammy in 17. TJ, he's gone on for Max Tafuga in 1.
So Wairarapa Bush duck another one.
Crouch.
North Otago have spurned 2 or 3
Bind.
opportunities, and the handling errors continue to mount up. They're in double figures now. Big scrum, but they're managing to clear it away. And a good strong charge from Ueta Tufunga. And Pickering able to clear. Not going to go into touch. Johnson's got that one all right, and he scoots past the oncoming Heaventon Prendeville. Well, here they come again. This is Greenslade, the number 8. Sturgis clears it away. Funaki this time happy to move it on. It's the chunky figure of Tatupu. Sturgis getting more and more involved, trying to take the ball off him. Taco going and looking for it. Now they try and dribble a kick through, and it's bounced up nicely for Jacob Coughlin. And they're going to get a penalty here.
Can't take the halfback like that. Ball's not up. Taking the halfback. Taking the halfback.
Well, now they've got a decision to make here. 3 points on offer, or do they roll the dice on a line-out drive?
Well, they've heard you. I think that's going into the corner. I'll tell you what, I've been impressed by Jasiva Tako. He has worked really, really hard. Unfortunately here, he's just got his timing wrong. You're not allowed to touch halfbacks, are you, when they're just reaching down to get the ball?
Well, what about when they've actually picked the ball up and are about to pass it? Are you allowed to touch them then?
Well, apparently not.
He's just comes clean over the top of the ruck there, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, I thought he got his timing pretty good, but anyway.
Halfbacks don't like that, Buff.
Hang on.
Just so much I used to hate that when I did that to him.
We better be quiet. He'll be here any moment. North Otago have got it. Here's big Funaki again on the charge. Smith looking for that try to open the lead up. They've been frustrated largely despite a welter of possession. Mataafa. Smith looks back the other way. Kirkwood, he's well wrapped
17.
up. Funaki waiting for it once more. And Katia.
Lost.
Oh, he went in looking for it, but the referee said, you got to let go.
Tackle now.
Ball on the
Ball's
ground.
away. It's fine.
Awkward. But he's nuggety, isn't he, Smith? Scrapping away, making sure his team keeps the ball. Funaki pops it up to Elton. They keep coming at them. Greenslade, well, he was getting over the ball. Bit of a counter ruck from Wairarapa Bush. It's still there for North Otago. Packman's gone in to play halfback. If he gets the feet working, that'll usually produce a bit of ball. Mataafa. Now swung away, numbers to the left. Oh, another lovely pass away from Michael Williams. And Samuel Tatupu's in for the try.
What a fantastic strong run. He didn't have it easy. He still had players that he had to carry. But there was a great pass by Williams. Little offload.
He did it beautifully, didn't he, Case? And that guy there has been strong with ball in hand all night. That is a really well taken try by Tatupu. But the line was good too. And the fact that Williams wasn't afraid to take it to the line, and he's been very good at just offloading and giving little passes hard for defence. And North Otago once again starting to get a bit more roll on and starting to put phases together.
Well, still early days in the second half. just 12 minutes gone, but you just get the feeling that this is North Otago now, starting to exert a bit of control and turn all of the statistical advantages they've had into some meaningful points. The kick doesn't go over, so it's still just a 6-point game. 12-6, the try by Samuel Tatupu.
We've got some changes up here. Brian Arnold in 20 for Wairarapa Bush. He's gone on. And Elijah James Pakato, he has gone on in 16. So he'll go into the hooker position. And Brian Arnold will probably go into halfback.
This is rugby from the Heartland Championship. People really play for the love of the game. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, particularly if you're watching in North Otago territory or Wairarapa Bush area.
Tackle.
Just want to say thanks to Chris Cogdale from the Wairarapa Times Age. It was a big help during the week, just getting a few bits and pieces about this Wairarapa Bush team. Came here on a very good win, but they're up against it against this North Otago team, trailing but still very much in the game. And Heberton Prendeville looks like someone who can cut them open. He's only a young fellow, but he's strong, he's pacey. Tufunga, good carry from him. Greenslade tried to get hands on the ball now. Gammy, replacement prop. So some big numbers out there now. Wairarapa Bush going to their bench. Anderson just stepping. Now maybe to get it wide. Katia floating it wide. Here's Flutie, turns it back and field. Nice ball to Ueta Tufunga. Down to the 22 he goes. Cleared away by Arnold. Storming onto it was Gammy. This is a good response here from Wairarapa Bush. Katia now, little show of the ball, turns it back and field. Oh boy, there was a chance there. Couldn't quite link up with Flutie. They opened them up, but this time it's Wairarapa Bush who can't hang on to the vital pass.
Yeah, they're dangerous when they get it into space out wide. They said that at half-time that they needed to attack the channels by the sidelines, and they are getting there and they're busting through. It's just that last little pass that's costing them.
Oh, Katia's been dangerous, hasn't he? And they've gone to the bench again. Wairarapa Bush is Tim Preston, 21, is gone on. And he's replacing Tipene Haira, sorry, in 10. So
he's been pretty good, Haira.
yeah, he has, hasn't he? He's been really nice distribution and good with the ball. Nice with the left foot, just gives you another option. He's kicked well.
That's what's coming up, the Ramfurly Shield match. Manawa 2 looking to win the Shield for just the second time. Canterbury Southland, that's the match tomorrow afternoon. Northland Hawke's Bay from Whangarei, Seminoff Stadium as it's known now. Big one here, Waikato Auckland from the top 4 of the Premiership Division. Auckland still unbeaten. Waikato having made a very good start to the season.
Crouch.
Important points at stake, as they are here in the Heartland Championship.
Sit.
Wairarapa Bush trying to put the heat on, but they give it to Tatupu, one of the try scorers who uses his power very well, straightening things up. Long kick, but it's taken by Flutie, heads off across the field and now straightens up on halfway. Katia has to go in and help him out, and now they've got a bit of a battle on their hands getting the ball back.
Going forward.
Pleased there from Wairarapa Bush, but he's given the scrum feed to North Otago.
He's won the ball before he's gone off his feet.
Yeah, I think Sam Sturgis was in there again, straight in on that ball.
Going forward.
There he is. Has every right to it.
Yeah, clear release that time. Although I might have had one go at it and then had a second, which time he might have been losing his footing, but the referee quite happy.
Well, it just shows you how crucial it is to get someone in support quickly. It's something these guys train a lot. It's getting straight in over the ball.
Crouch.
Unfortunately for Wairarapa Bush, it's happened a couple of times. They've just lacked numbers.
I think just a little more finesse from both of these teams. We could have seen a lot more points, but I think what we're seeing here, that just the general standard is, it's good, you know, and the sense of purpose about the two sides.
Definitely. You know, Wairarapa Bush, you know, you can't count them out. Their defence has been absolutely superb to contain this North Otago team, which has been just hammering them. You know, we go up here, we got 91 rucks and mauls that North Otago have thrown at them, and they've contained them to 12 points.
You did right, Chris. You can't fault their work ethic, and their defensive work's been very, very good.
Greenslade just decides to hang in there for a bit. Now he comes away off the back. And a probing kick. And another good one. Their kicking game, North Otago's been good.
Oh, Robbie Smith does it again. A fantastic kick. Very intelligent placement.
Well, it's a good scrum too, wasn't it? But here's the kick here. He's done it well all night, to be fair. He's really got good purchase on the ball, but that there's a great kick. Along the ground and stick it right in the corner. Pressure on Wairarapa Bush.
Make them chase the game from deep. They know they've had line-out problems, although they've got it. And there they come. Shaw back to Priest. And we've seen some terrific punting in this game. I've just been talking about it from not just North Otago. There's Priest. That's a very good kick from him. Such great conditions. They'll be loving playing here. Crowd starting to come in now ahead of the Shield game. Woody Kirkwood with the throw, or with the call I should say. Sturgis with the throw. It's Kirkwood who takes it. Cut out pass to Masoe, and here's Johnson. Will he hang on to that one? The tackle was made by Havington Prendeville. Quite a good battle, that one. This time Elton taking it up. Funaki passing on now. Again, another good run from Williams with the ball out in front of him. Tatupu trying to step through. Tackle made by Koika Peterson. Has to bail out of the challenge for the ball on the ground though. Taking an age to come out. Eventually it does. And Sturgis moving it on to Packman. That's been another good one-on-one battle. In there looking for it was Van Fleet of Wairarapa Bush, and he wins the penalty. Had to stay strong on it. Took him a while to blow his whistle. He looked like he got in there and hands on it straight away. Johan van Vliet.
Great strength to hold in there. He had two North Otago guys trying to remove him, and he held in there. Got the treats.
Well, no wonder he looks puffed, because I tell you what, he's done some work tonight, Van Fleet. He's been fantastic. Here it is here. Packman tackled, beautiful tackle around the legs. And look at that, beautiful open side play, straight on the ball.
Yeah, man, with, as I say, strong Dutch connections, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, is there, Case?
Nothing wrong with him. He's a good-looking man too. Us Dutchies.
Well, actually, I could tell you, my great-grandmother was Dutch, so there you go.
Great.
What about you, Laney? You're the odd one. Oh, no, you're that's right. You're purebred Scottish, aren't you?
Yeah, I'll leave that up to you, the love affair with all that. Brock Price in 22, he's gone on, fellas, for Wairarapa Bush. He's replaced the captain, Robbie Anderson.
Cool, thank you.
It's great to have Case Hughes alongside us, who played. Yeah, actually, I'll ask you, what are your thoughts on the selection they made in the All Black front row? Just to drop it on your Case.
I think it's the right choice. He did say earlier on that they wanted mobility in that, and you know, he's a great man. He's taken it on the chin, but you know, it's a new era now.
Well, almost 3/4 of the way through this one. Wairarapa Bush Well, just losing the handle there was Pickering.
Under pressure. Lost forward.
Sorry, Arnold, the replacement halfback, and so they'll have to come back for the scrum. Just a little bit untidy there. Crucial stage of the game now. North Otago, you feel if they score again, it'll be too much. But Wairarapa Bush get some points on the board, and we're in for a great finish here in this Heartland Championship match, and it's great to be able to bring it to you live here on Sky at the start of this huge weekend.
Well, Wairarapa Bush, to me, just feel like they're hanging in there a wee bit at the moment, don't they? They just haven't quite played enough rugby at the right end of the track in the second half. And the opportunities like that go begging. And stuff, look at that, great stuff.
Crouch.
By the big number 8, Jake Greenslade, strapped up and back into it.
Sit.
Well, Robbie Smith, who has been one of the standouts in this game, puts the ball in, and they're looking
Old man down.
to put some power on again. Now they give it away. Williams and Johnson passing it on to Tatupu. Now here's Packman. Brushes off the tackle of Katia, stepping. And goes hard at Arnold. Well, here's a great opportunity now for North Otago. Pati coming up and taking it from the base. They've got numbers away to the right, they're in, and it's the veteran, Lemi Masoe, he scores. Crucial try, you'd have to think. 17-6, Masoe in his 97th for North Otago, 38 years of age, scores the try.
Here's some great play here. Got the ball out to Packman. Packman is so silky. Just watch him glide across the field here. Just slip, sees a gap, goes for it, then he knows he can't make it. He sets it up, which then gives it off.
It was a great line, this one. It's hard to stop, doesn't matter what sort of size is. And once again, North Otago just getting some roll on, getting some phases, and putting pressure on that defence of Wairarapa Bush. Nicely taken try.
Robbie Smith has done nothing wrong today for North Otago. Adds the extras. So Lemi Masoe played over 100 first-class games. Gets another try, and a crucial one in this match. Amongst two of the early pace setters in the Heartland Championship.
Well, Manalua Taiti is back on in 19. He's replaced Matthew Duff in 6, so getting another stint out there in the field. Well, great line by Masoe. Elton's had a big game in the lock position as well. Can Wairarapa Bush, plenty of time, get back in this match.
Nice high restart. Greenslade doesn't take it cleanly. And a penalty played in an offside position. Well, Van Fleet not going to muck around. Off he goes. This robust open side flanker for Wairarapa Bush. Referee plays advantage again. There is Price, the man Brendan was just talking about. They fire it away to Katia. Floats it wide. Here's a chance now for Flutie. Steps back in field. Cover defence came across and got him. The Wairarapa Bush realise now they've got to find a response. Referee plays advantage again. Koika Peterson looks like he wants to pick it up. Well, the big men gather around. Shaw peeling off to the right. Sam Shaw coming now for Arnold. Now the kick out towards the wing, contestable, dropped and, oh boy, scrambled now, I think he's got this.
Nice, Brock, nice slogan.
Well, they'll have to check and see, but Brock Price stays on the ball. He could have got a try here.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, I reckon it's a cracker.
Yes.
Brock Price with the try, the replacement. That was a good contestable kick, and Wairarapa Bush strike back.
What a beautiful kick, Casey. That was an absolute ripper, wasn't it? And it bounced to the ball.
It all came off some great play on the other side of the field. where they milked the penalty. And then this great kick, great vision. And what a fantastic reward for the Wairarapa Bush. They've been working really hard all night. Just those little handling errors just before the try line that they've given the ball back to North Otago. This time they score.
Well, it was like Masoe's try, flicked a switch, didn't it? And they've come straight back into this game. 19-11 with the kick to come. You couldn't ask for a better reply, really, TJ. This is going to set up a great finish.
Well, Brock Price, we'll talk about him in just a moment. We'll wait, though, for Tim Priest. It's an 8-point margin. This could bring it back within one converted try. No. Well, here's the man, Brock Price, we were talking about. Apparently an outstanding prospect as a cricketer. He's played for Wairarapa Bush, and I'll tell you, he showed a good pair of slip fielding hands to hang on to that ball and score the try. Robbie Anderson's another good cricketer in this Wairarapa Bush side as well. Oh, good work from Tati, the replacement forward. He's come through and he's nabbed that restart.
Tackle now, and he's on the ground.
Trying to hold the ball carrier up, but he's got to the ground. Kirk Tufunga told to bail out. Now the pass floated quickly through the hands from Masoe. Pati chopping back in field. Oh, ducks under a high kick. Pati still going.
Advantage over.
Katia eventually puts him on the ground. Referee says advantage over.
Thank you.
So it was a quick advantage. But it's been intercepted, but it's not going to count. Tim Priest.
Lots of numbers out there, guys, offside.
Flew up out of the line, but this one right out in front of the post. Gift 3 for North Otago.
How strong was Tatupu in there?
Shot called.
This guy's been dangerous all night with ball in hand. Pati, he's been absolutely outstanding. Unfortunately, wee bit high. You can't go high on a wee fella like this. And he's been strong in the tackle. And unfortunately, this pass here, they flew up out of line. Tim Priest, as the kick goes over, TJ, they've really put some pressure on.
So they stretch it out to 22-11. It's been a good contest, but they just keep chipping away at the scoreboard now. It took them a long time to get on the board, but they're in pretty good shape with 14 to play. Wairarapa Bush now need to score twice. At least.
Just hold, mate. You got number 4 coming off here.
Well, Brendan Campbell in 19. TJ, he's gone on to the field.
You happy?
Unfortunately, we've got another cut. Looks like number 4, Lachlan McFadden. He is got whacked to the nut, so plenty of blood pouring around here. This is how hard this game is.
This is Heartland rugby, and North Otago will be practicing their restarts during the week. You can bet your boots because they've shelled another one. Wairarapa Bush get another chance to come back at them. And it is Brendan Campbell with a strong run. Now Sam Gammy to the 22. Gosh, great spirit and determination in the side. They just will not give up. Katia. Well, he's picked out 2 very big men and run straight into them, but they've still got the ball. Campbell taken. Arnold away to the right. Priest was going to throw the pass. Eventually gets it away to Katia. What can he do? She doesn't mind running into forwards, does he? The fullback. Tufunga trying to get the fend going. This is Ueta trying to hold him up. There's Coughlin. Ball's there though. Knee was on the ground. Gosh, they just keep coming back at them, don't they? It's a great side. Oh, now intercept the other way. That was Williams, who's done so many good things. Sturgis there, such a hard worker. And now Wairarapa Bush have to go back on the defence. And they get a penalty, North Otago. A great read again. Michael Williams has got very good game sense.
He's had a fantastic game tonight. He read that from about 2 passes away, got himself into position. And I liked how just North Otago just took charge there. Recycled the ball, had runners on the right. Sorry, left.
Oh, and another great punt. Geez, hit the ball well. And there's the pass by Priest. And Williams absolutely smack on. Sturgis, he's been all over the show tonight. The captain, he's certainly led from the front.
Let's just pretend these guys are up for points in the Dwayne Monkley, because of course it's for the Mitre 10 Cup, and there is a Heartland Player of the Year, and we always look forward to that when we come to the Rugby Awards later in the year. But Robbie Smith would be my man for 3 points in this game.
Definitely mine.
He's had a great game, hasn't he? Just controlling things at 9. His kicking's been bang on. His kicking's been a highlight, to be fair. They've put them in good positions to be able to attack.
He's just kept his team pointing in the right direction through the whole game. Now here's Mataafa. You've got to like these 2 big props too. Still on the field with 12 minutes to play. None of the subbing at 50 minutes like in your day, Case Muse.
I think it was the last time there was a prop playing 80 minutes back in my day. Definitely wasn't me, but there was some other players playing 80 minutes.
The guys he was playing against, TJ.
I've been very impressed with Michael Mataafa and Kalepe Funaki tonight. Their work rate has been massive. They've been the big ball carriers for this North Otago team, just setting them up to create space, get those defenders, suck in the defenders so that there's space out wide for the backs. It's been a pleasure to watch all night.
Crunch! Well, there's Michael Mataafa here. He's at 137. As I say, they're missing their biggest prop, big Melly.
Sits.
He's with the Heartland 50, Melly Kolonisau. Oh, big shunt. And he's done sterling work, Kirk Tufunga, off the back of a scrum that's, well, if not total reverse, has certainly been under pressure through much of the game. Clearing kick away into touch. Just while we're talking of props and North Otago and what have you, and of course it just brings back memories. You go back 17, 18 years, and back in the days of Hotili Asi, when he was playing for North Otago, massive man who could run like the wind. I think he scored 8 tries in one season. He was a real rock star of North Otago rugby, and his son Sione is on the reserve bench for Manawatu later on this evening in the Shield game.
Not a bad prop either, the young fella.
Productive. I know you've had a bit to do with him, Case, and we look forward to seeing him in action. He was out of Otago Boys High. Had the pleasure of meeting him last week, and what a nice fellow he is too. And he's a big man, but his dad was an absolute rock star for North Otago, and they've got a couple of really good ones here. And now one of the stars of the current team is Patrick Putty, and he's snared this ball too. Looking to finish the job off here now. North Otago. Michael Williams, who's always just had that extra half a second of time on his side tonight to make the right decision. Robbie Smith fires it away. Funaki still going strong into the 71st minute of the game. Mataafa not to be outdone. He makes good metres.
No, that's fine. Play.
Players falling over each other, but play carries on. Sturgis, he's been another one. The industry of some of these players has been terrific. Elton. They walk over it, leave it for Smith. Looking to finish well. Now Williams, of all people, has dropped the ball. And I think that would be the first cross in a sea of ticks against his name tonight.
Yeah, some fantastic play there. Like North Otago have set up 11 times, they've gone over seven phases. That's fantastic work. They're just recycling the ball, playing again, punching, probing.
Okay, that's substitution.
And just unfortunately there, they saw there was a big gap out wide and just couldn't catch the ball.
Well, that's key, that one there. Time in the opposition half was his feet.
Bonsoir.
Yeah. Clement Gus Ka. In 22.
Gee, what do you give him for his French pronunciation?
Very poor.
That's not bad, Wolf.
Oh, I don't know.
Clement Cascar.
From, interesting story, this fellow, former TARB club member. He gave up rugby to take up weightlifting for a while. Didn't like that, it didn't work out. Gone back to rugby, and now he is playing. He wanted to come and experience rugby in New Zealand. Here he is coming on the field. He's played in a club championship winning team. He's played in a Ranfurly Shield Challenge, and now he's playing in this Heartland match here at the great Forsyth Barr Stadium in Dunedin. He'll have plenty of stories to tell when he gets back to Tab. You know it well, Tab?
Oh, not too well, but I've been there. Corey Brown was playing for that team.
It's one of the famous old areas of French rugby, isn't it, Tab? Clermont Gascar.
Well, how cool is it he gets a chance in Heartland Rugby to come and experience something like this? Well, yeah, they've got some fantastic stadiums over here, but this will be one of the best.
Well, he won, of course, a Citizen Shield. Is the club championship that they have in North Otago. Maheno were the winning club there. And as I say, got to play in a Shield match. He knew all about the Ranfurly Shield. Fascination with New Zealand rugby in France. And Gascar is getting first-hand experience of it. Now, Wairarapa bush. And here's the man we were talking about just before. He scored that try that kept them in the hunt. So can go. Johan van Vliet, he's had a terrific game. Wairarapa bush still deep inside their own 22 though. Arnold takes it to the short side. Heaventon Prendeville haven't been able to give him enough ball today, but will follow his career with interest. Van Vliet is finishing very strongly. Arnold swings the pass away. There he is again. Now Tufunga, lovely ball away, and it's Brock Price making another strong run, although left the ball behind, and Manu Taiti, who's done some very good things since coming on the field, pinches it for North Otago, and another Wairarapa bush effort ends with no result. And in fact ends with a penalty to North Otago.
You're fine. This man has to roll first.
Who's the guy that took it up? The Kalepi Fanuki. He has been outstanding with ball in hand, Casey. He has not stopped all day.
Oh, he's been the stalwart. He'd be my other player of the day. He's just been out there working, being a workhorse.
Well, these two props relishing the opportunity because, of course, Ralph Darling is another of one of their regular starters, and he's with the Heartland team as well. Both he and Colin Sau, and Josh Clark, who's playing at lock. In fact, he's the only one of the players taken out of this game who's actually starting. So you can watch that game on Saturday afternoon on Sky. That's the Heartland 15 against Samoa, and it's followed by Tonga against Fiji.
Well, as you see, Robbie Smith lining up this kick. Hayden Tisdale in 16 for North Otago. He's getting ready to come on. And also Bailey Templeton in 17. So here's a guess they'll be whipping on after if this kick does go over.
Well, can Robbie Smith put a little cherry on top of an outstanding afternoon's work from him? And it's a great kick. Robbie Smith with the penalty. He has been outstanding today for North Otago. He has led their effort. 25-11 now. It's now a comfortable margin, and at last one of the front rowers goes to the bench. It's Michael Mataafa.
Yeah, well, he deserves his drink. He's had a great game. And Jacob Coughlin is the other guy coming off in 7.
Taken down by Kirkwood. But he's lost it. That's one thing they haven't been too good at today, is taking the ball from kickoff. Heaventon Prendeville goes over the touchline. Well, next week they'll play King Country. They'll be back home in Masterton on that wonderful surface that they've got there now. And I'm sure they'll be looking to bounce back into winning form. North Otago, they've got Poverty Bay in Gisborne. Of course, if you want to follow these guys through the rest of the season, make sure you watch Heartland Rugby on Sky or on Prime. Great show. Well,
Wairarapa Bush aren't far off at all, really. They've just got to hang on to the ball and try and get some more phases and give guys like Hamilton Prendeville some more ball in space. So he's certainly been dangerous, and so is Tristan Flutie on the other wing as well. So just those little things, particularly when they're getting in those higher phase numbers, just hanging on the ball a little bit longer, and in those pressure situations as well.
Plenty of food for thought from this game. Clermont was still waiting for him to get his first touche of the ball.
Crouch. Binds. Sit.
Scrum wheeling around, and they get a penalty, illegal wheel.
Wheeling round.
Yeah, it's hard when you get new props on.
So just
Gold 9 and 10.
2 minutes to go here now.
Gold
Robbie
9 and 10.
Smith putting the ball away and to touch it. Really say enough about him. We've got a couple more subs coming out. Wolf.
Yeah, they have Anthony Artie at 20 and Lachlan Kingan have gone on at 21. And that's gone on for 9 and 10, Robbie Smith and Michael Williams.
Well, they've been a great combination. Well, that's not one of the 100 great lineouts of all time, but they still got the ball. More like Morris dancing there for a moment. And this isn't a lot. Maybe just the game has taken its toll. It's not quite the finesse there. They made a lot of mistakes early on in the game too, but they came right when it really counted. North Otago. Here he is again, Funaki. He's dynamite. He just keeps going.
Roll 16.
Hayward
No.
wrestled to the ground. I think Funaki might have finally run out of steam. He's still getting himself back up off the ground as Lachlan Kingan makes a good strong run down towards the 10. And, well, there was a little touch from Clement Gascar turning the ball back in field, going in to help out. Also now say he's been in a ruck in New Zealand as well.
Good turnover.
Oh, great work from Max Tufunga to steal the ball. Katia, they've looked after him. Oh, slips a brilliant ball away. Taken ahead by Van Vliet. Another great run too from the open side flanker. Well, still throwing everything at it, Wairarapa Bush. They can be proud of their effort here today. Just the execution hasn't always been there. Katia flings it wide. Now here's Hamilton Prendeville. Releases it in the ball in the tackle too. Koika Peterson wanted to throw the offload. Stays strong in the tackle. Arnold. Back it goes to Priest. Off in one direction, then the other. And then dropped by Hamilton Prendeville. Hat to head. And that's the end of the game. Entertaining stuff. Wairarapa Bush, they gave it everything, but North Otago in the end, particularly in the second half, just too many guns. 3 tries to 1 in the end, and they've won this.